Hello all together. Again, this is Manuela, and I'm going to introduce you today. Wait, I need to share my screen. It's loading. So yeah, I'm going to introduce you today to the male reproductive system. It is located in the pelvic region of the body. Just for you to know, this is an interactive session, so I want you to answer, even though I know that you're actually not here and I can't, see you. But just think of this as a lesson that, where I'm really there and I will ask you a question and I want you to answer those as well. This will help you to, pass your exam and to memorize all these terms. So as I said, sorry, it is located in the pelvic region of the body, and it involves, first of all, the epididymis. The most obvious function of the epididymis is to transport sperm from the rete testes. So that is called the testes. These are plural because there are two. One is a testis. And so they transport the sperm from the rete testes to the vas deferens. The total transit time through the epididymis is generally between 10 and 15 days. Transport is achieved primarily by the rhythmic contractions. So it's, a muscle contraction of the smooth muscle layers surrounding the epididymis, because the sperm has to come out somehow. So this is through, what is it? Through contraction. Very good. And what is this here called? Yes, epididymis. You said that. So what is this here again? The testes. And one is called the testes. They are responsible for making testosterone. That is a hormone. The primary male sex hormone, and also for producing sperm. So what's its function again? It makes a hormone called, very good, testosterone. And it also produces what? Very well done. It produces sperm. So within the testes are coiled, as you can see, masses of tubes called seminiferous tubules. These tubules in there are responsible for producing the sperm cells through a process called spermatogenesis. What's the process called again? Spermatogenesis. Very good. And the scrotum, this is the whole thing here, is located outside the abdominal cavity. You know that in females it's inside. So why is it outside? It helps in the maintenance of the optimal low temperature. It has to be 2 or 2.5 degrees lower than the normal body temperature. So if all of this would be inside the body, that wouldn't work because our body has 37 degrees and you can't produce proper sperm. It has to have 35 degrees. So that's why it's outside. In adults, the size of each testes is about 4 centimeters in length and 2 to 3 centimeters in width, and it's oval. Okay, let's go over to the vas deferens. What is this called? Vas deferens. Very good. It's a long muscular tube that travels from the epididymis. Again, where does it travel from? The epididymis, very good, into the pelvic cavity. This is just behind the bladder. So the vas deferens transports mature sperm to the urethra, that is here, in preparation for, yes, ejaculation. This is why we have this process, you know. The seminal vesicle here, it's also known as the vesicular or seminal gland. You know, a gland is always something that produces something. Are a pair of glands found in the male pelvis, which function to produce many of the constituent ingredients of semen. So what does it produce? Yes, the ingredients of semen. They ultimately provide around 70% of the total volume of semen. So that's a lot in here. And what is this thing here, this yellow gland called? It's a seminal vesicle. Very good. Now let's see. We also have the protus, or the gland, the prostate gland, sorry, and it is a male reproductive organ that is about the size of a walnut, found at the base of the bladder. So where is it? It's located just below the bladder. Very good. The prostate's primary function is to produce the fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. So the seminal fluid. So what does the prostate do again? Yes, it produces the fluid, you know, in order to transport sperm. So the fluid produced by this gland helps to protect and feed the sperm, which come from the, yes, seminal vesicle via the ejaculatory ducts into the urethra. So we are down at the urethra. That's a tube and it allows the urine to pass outside the body. The brain signals the bladder muscles to tighten, which squeezes the urine out of the bladder. The male urethra connects the bladder to the penis, and the urethra is more than just a urinary duct. As you can imagine, it also serves as a conduit for semen and sperm during sexual acts. So this is where it comes out. What's this tube called? Urethra. Very good. Inside, so we also have the erectile tissue that is here. Inside these chambers, there's a special lung-like erectile tissue that contains thousands of large spaces. Why do we need these spaces? Because they're filled with blood when you're sexually aroused, or when a man is sexually aroused. And as the penis fills with blood, it becomes rigid and erect, which allows for, yes, penetration during sex. And then we have the penis. The penis is the male sex organ and it reaches its full size during puberty. In addition to sexual function, the penis also acts as we've heard that before? Yes, a conduit for urine to leave the body. So again, let's try and, what is this again? That's the penis. Very good. What's inside the penis? What kind of tissue? The erectile tissue. Very good. What's the tube inside the penis called? The urethra. Very good. There is a gland. What's that called? The prostate gland. Very good. There are it's like also another, but a pair of glands. What are these called? Yes, the seminal vesicles. And then there is a long tube. What's that one called? And we have two of them, of course. So that's the vas deferens. Very good. And then there are these oval-shaped things, and we have two of them. Testes and plural testes. And then this is, you know, in order to transport the sperm, we have this epididymis. Very good. Thank you for the first lecture. See you soon.